It's Casey with Bass Pro Outdoors, and today we're out here early morning. We're going to start with a buzzbait and a frog and see what they prefer. And once we get a bite, we're going to kind of just stick with it and see how it goes. Slows down, we're going to change. I'm using the Jamaica boa and the Big Gabot, and both are from Megabass. Let's start casting and see if we can find some fish. Oh. Did you see that? Oh, that fish swirled on the buzzbait, so I picked the frog up and kneeled down and just barely tossed it out. That fish jumped all the way out of the water for it. That was a cool bite right there. We just put the new frog on, and the first thing I gotta do is trim that one side of the skirt so it wants to walk easier. It's the boat. Oh, did you see that? That was good. That one came up right next to the boat when I was walking it. Just about ready to reel in to make another cast, and he hit it. Hurry up and get that frog back together. Okay, there's a piece of wood sticking up there. Looks like it's going to the right. So I'm gonna walk that frog right over the top of it. Oh man, that fish just smoked it. Oh, did you see that? Right on that piece of wood. Right where it's supposed to be. It doesn't get much better than frog fishing and seeing a piece of wood sticking up in about 5 feet of water and just walking it by there, anticipating a bite. Well, I got past it a couple feet and I started to think, maybe there's not one there. And then all of a sudden that one just pelted it. I was way up there in that open pocket. It's super shallow, but the fish must be in there feeding. That's a lot of work to get a fish out of there. We'll hurry up and unhook this fish and see if there's another one in there. Moving up in this high water, and even though there's not much flow right now, if any, those fish are up in this new weedless pocket area because there was no weeds in some of that sand that was just dry, and they're in here to feed. That's the only reason. So it's not very deep, but it's clean, and those frogs and bait fish and little sunfish, they're in there, and those fish can just gorge on them. came across there. That was cool. Oh man. High water, get your frog. Get up in there and make some casts with a heavy duty rod and hang on because those fish are in there to feed and they're gonna bite. Thanks for joining me on this episode of frog fishing high water. We're using that Big Gabot from Megabass. And again, I cut that one skirt a little bit shorter. So when you're in those shallow areas, you don't want your frog to come over there too quick. You can just snap your rod lightly and it walks sideways instead of hopping it out of the cover. And that is key when you don't have a big pocket to be in, but you want your frog to stay there. Now I have that 7'7" Destroyer bunker buster, and then that 8.1 ratio to 2 elite. So once I work that frog, I can get it in quick to make that next cast. And then 40-pound braid. Sometimes I use heavier, but man, I'm fishing thick stuff, and I have not broke a fish off for as long as I can remember. And it casts good, and it just works. So get yourself some good frogs, heavy duty rod, good line, good reel, and get out there and fish at high water and catch some fish. And as always, below my video in the description, there's a link to all these products you saw me use today. If you use those links, it helps me out. It doesn't cost you anymore, and it lets me keep putting these videos out for you. And then don't forget to hit that subscribe and the like button. Thanks a lot, and good luck on the water.